guys, this is Those Guys with your host, Matt Marrero, along with...
Anthony Sanandres.
Yes. Oh, it's Sanandres?
Yeah,
I've been calling you San Andreas for years.
Honestly, that's been happening for years. I just went along with it.
All right, I hate you.
It's not just you. It's pretty much everybody.
This is our show. This is Those Guys, where we learn how to pronounce our best friends' names.
It's going to be like a great thing, guys. Buckle up.
Oh, yeah, definitely. All right, so this is obviously Those Guys. The title of today's episode is We Are the Walking Guys.
Because we totally are the Walking Guys.
Yeah, I mean, that's just what we do, and that was a really good scene in the comic. Not that we're going to only talk about the comic. We're talking about the Walking Dead season finale and the entire series and things like that, but the comic, that was a really nice scene, though, wasn't it?
Oh, that was just great. It was a great scene. I loved the entire issue with that scene. It was just wonderfully done.
Oh, yeah. If you're not reading the comics, by the way, you definitely should. There's no reason why you shouldn't. And what's cool is, in case you're unaware, random listener, the people who work on the show really want to deviate from the comics, meaning that you can read both and get different experiences. Some have said worse. Sometimes we've agreed.
Yeah, sometimes
yes,
they even try to get as close to the comic as they can on TV. For instance, the season finale of season 4.
Oh yes, there were a few things that definitely really made me think, wow, I can't believe they did this. Also, one little thing: if you want to call in and talk to us about either how awesome we are or what you think about The Walking Dead, please call us at this number, 718-664-9468. And again, that is 718-664-9468, because we really want to hear from you guys. We don't want to just drone on for half an hour, do we? I mean,
not at all. We're dying to hear what you guys have to say about the episode or even the season.
Course. Yes. Why care about Chris Hardwick? We're right here. So anyway, moving forward though,
we're the real deal.
Yo, no, I like him. He's cool.
Oh no.
But anyway, but seriously though, The Walking Dead. Now, I actually had to play catch up. I actually hadn't watched it for a while. You were keeping up with it though, and weren't my reactions wonderful?
They were amazing. He pretty much just binge watched it, and I was getting random texts every 2 minutes. Like, what is happening? I'm like, I don't know where you are, man. I don't know.
Also, in case anyone is unaware, we are going to spoil things for you. Hopefully, for some of you, that will entice you to watch. If not, this is not your podcast right now. This one episode
it's going to happen.
Spoil. Yeah. So Rick's dead. In case you haven't been watching, Rick's dead.
It finally happened.
Wearing his skin. It's some really cool stuff. It's really interesting.
They're really going all out this season.
They really are, because I don't know if you saw Rick's actor. This is actually true. Rick's actor looked at the script and called the producer and said, we're really allowed to do this?
It was interesting because I actually read that in the newspaper the morning of the season premiere.
Right.
And I was pretty much spending my entire day
You mean the season finales? The finale.
Season finale.
Right.
But yes. And I pretty much spent the entire day going, what's too far? I mean, everything in that comic is too far.
And then when Carl wore his skin, we thought that's what it is.
That was just unbelievable.
Oh, yeah, and then CM Punk was there. It was insane.
It was amazing. John Cena showed up at the last second to challenge him for the Walking Dead title. But,
yeah, he kept on. He just looked at the zombies. You can't see me, and they couldn't. It was very peculiar.
It was very interesting.
It's because John Cena's dead inside. No. But getting back to
he is Fred's dad, so where are we going to go?
I hate you so much. Listeners, he always mentions this, and I hate him more and more as he does.
Then
but getting back to the topic at hand. Getting back to the topic at hand, though.
Of course.
The thing that did happen, in case you aren't reading the comic books, is the attempted rape scene of Carl, and that is something that happened. It happened under different circumstances. It was more of just a random kind of biker gang, I guess you could call them. They really
were
in the comics. No, the comics, because they really weren't talked about in the comics. Mm-hmm. And they had no introduction, with Daryl. There is no Daryl in the comics, sadly.
Exactly.
And there was just these random people, and then Rick just shows his evil side. I mean, his just, primal urge to just destroy these guys. And it's something, I don't know about you, but it's something I didn't even think about that would ever appear. I didn't even just think about it. Because it happened so long ago in comic book world, about maybe 2 years ago. No, even more than that. What am I saying? It didn't even cross our minds.
I never thought they'd actually adapt that to the show, out of all things. Yeah. Especially considering they focused on him being pretty much Farmer Rick for the first half of the season.
Right. Yes, it was a very, honestly, I believe it's gotten better. There was a time when I did not enjoy it. That's kind of why I didn't really come back to watch. You know, the Governor, as much as I love him, and I love the actor who portrayed him, it went on for too long.
It did. I honestly think the mid-season 4 finale could have been the season 3 finale.
Yeah, exactly. And there was nothing, I mean, I will admit, the Governor possibly having a new life and everything, that was a wonderful experience to see. I really enjoyed seeing Grant Morrissey play different sides of this character, but then to just simply revert, while a lesson is there, obviously a lesson is there, you know, you can't change, you know, or the lesson is, you know, you can't, old habits die hard. It still becomes so, because when you give me, how long was it? 8 episodes, that first half?
Yeah, 8 episodes.
So 2 months then. 2 months of us watching this, and then it's just like, LOL, nope, lol, nope. And then immediate just, a war again. It's like, well, we just saw this.
And it wasn't even exactly 2 months. It was pretty much just 3 episodes for the Governor to go from how he was to going back.
Oh, that's right. What am I saying? But it was just, it was, the thing that really got me, too, is just that, I want to see Negan. I know that if anyone reads comics, rather, they will know that Negan is a very bad guy.
That's
like, how about,
you know
what we'll do? We'll replace every time you said a curse word with puppy.
It's going to be a great season.
Listen here. No, not for the show. Just right now as I explain it to the fans. Listen here, you mother puppy. I'm going to take Lucille, a baseball bat wrapped in barbed wire, and shove it up your stupid little mother puppy puppin' pup. I was going to say ass, but I don't know if I should. Either way, pup. The point is the man curses a lot.
Every other word that comes out of his mouth
is puppy. So the man curses a lot. So obviously you think, all right, he probably won't be on television because, they can't really do much with him in that range. And also, he's just very sick and twisted. I mean, more so than any of the characters he makes every character we've currently seen into a joke.
It's amazing.
Yes. And I feel as if you can't, like, at first I thought you can't do that on television. Now, however, with what I just saw, I'm thinking they're stopping, the whole, oh, that's right, we care about what people think. Because I feel like they know, hey, listen, people are watching. So what can we, what are we going to do, right? People are watching. They're still watching. Gore will get them to watch more. However, though, the one thing that I'm nervous about, though, with Negan, now that the profanity and violence are gone, now it's after the Governor having 2 full seasons of I invaded but not really, and now I'm invading but not really, and now that we even have Terminus, which as much as I love Terminus, the idea of it, it's still the sort of the quote-unquote same idea of, well, this paradise isn't necessarily paradise.
Exactly, and I don't know if you heard, but
what?
Supposedly, I don't remember if it was at the first half of Season 5 or the spin-off show for The Walking Dead that they're working on, apparently is going to focus on the whole backstory of Terminus.
First off, that sounds very interesting. I have not heard about that. Second, I would like to say that an issue with that now I feel is, I mean, I like that. Hopefully it's a random, maybe 8-episode side, that whole new Walking show, the spin-off you mentioned.
Show?
Hopefully, yes. Hopefully it will be done as a way where you can introduce Terminus, but not have it be, because that would be a big issue for me, I feel, is if in the actual show they spend 8 episodes developing Terminus. Now in the second half, when they come back next year, because I know in October they're doing the first half, but they'll be doing the second half, obviously, a year from now.
Yes.
And they do that second half, and then it's just Rick killing all of them.
Yeah, it's going to be a bit of a stretch.
I would hope if they are putting, if they are doing this Walking Dead whatever season, it can just be 2-hour this
spin-off.
Spin-off. Thank you. It would be 2 hours, where the first hour would be the spin-off, which is let's introduce Terminus, and then the second hour would be let's see Rick kill all of these people.
Exactly.
I would enjoy that.
Well, so far, all we know about the spin-off, besides what I've already said, is that it's going to feature a brand new cast of characters. We won't be seeing Rick, Glenn, any of them. Maybe
Right.
the Terminus people, we don't know, but as of now, it's not.
I think that would be very interesting. I think it would be nice because they can literally do that because if you don't read the comics, there are the idea of the paradise that we find is in paradise happens a lot, right? But the issue is that Terminus isn't in the comic books, meaning that when that happens again with Negan, it's already going to be so played out that I don't think people will enjoy it as much as they should.
Exactly.
Which that is what my now current worry is.
Because
are they going to enjoy Negan?
Exactly. How long can it go on where they keep finding places and they just find out, this isn't what we thought, and they have to keep moving? I mean, it's going to get repetitive at some point.
Yeah, exactly. The only reason why it's okay in the comics is because basically what they do is what Robert Kirkman does is he makes every single dictator into that much more of a threat.
Exactly.
Where the governor, I felt as if even though he would kill for what he wants, he still had some kind of sanity in the mix of insanity.
Exactly.
Where with Negan, hopefully you do read this, people listening, all 5 of you. Hopefully you really do get to read Negan, because the thing about him is his sanity is his insanity.
Exactly.
He just has adapted to this world so quickly that this may have been his world previously. We don't know yet, but this may have just been he may have just been some criminal.
Exactly.
And that was just his world, where it's just, hey, look, I killed people, that's how it is. And now all of a sudden this is just his norm. And it's beautiful in a way, but I agree, both in comics and in TV land, where can this go from here? Because after this, there better be, something better happen to where it's not just going to be, and then they're on the road again, because I do like them on the road. I think that's what made this half of the season bearable, I think.
Yes.
Because they were on the road.
I love when they have stories like that.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I love that they did, certain episodes for certain characters. I thought that was fantastic.
Yes, they definitely need to keep on doing that because I think that is what really made this great, because we could focus on certain people and then you knew they were all going to come together. However, and some people don't think that I'll be crazy for saying this or stupid. I didn't think Terminus was going to be that bad.
Really?
Here's the thing. The only time I thought there was something fishy about Terminus is when I saw the lady frying up. The promo didn't even make me think that Terminus was evil. When she was frying up things, I just, don't ask why, I thought, she's a cannibal. I don't know
thought
why.
She was frying up Beth, honestly. That was my first thought. It's like, let me make you a plate. I'm like, Beth? Or is it something else? Okay, so then we're both on the same page, though, because to anyone who hasn't read comics, there were cannibals in the comics as well. And did you catch when, in Terminus, when pretty much they were trying to get them to that train cart and shooting at the ground, it was very quick, like a split-second thing. Did you see that little yard full of bones?
I did not.
When they're running, it's a wide shot, and there's a chain-link fence, and behind it you can see just a massive pile of bones, some with meat still on them, some just completely peeled dry.
Okay, that sounds familiar, but for some reason I assumed that they were walkers.
Oh, no, those are people. You can tell just by looking at the bones.
You know what I have to say this much?
Thing.
You know what I do have to say, though?
Sure.
Hopefully the spin-off is actually about Terminus, only because I want to see how they've survived until now, because my uncle is actually one of the people who pointed this out. He pointed out how there was no security whatsoever.
Exactly.
That's pretty creepy in itself, because it's just like... Do walkers walk by this going, should we eat them? No, dude, they're really fucked up. I don't even want to touch this meat. Remember, dude, you don't stick your teeth in crazy.
It was like the minute I finished that episode and I was online going through all the different chat rooms or whatever about it, I saw someone point out that nobody noticed that the gates weren't locked. I was like, what? And then they said the gates weren't locked. There was even a sign, lower your weapons, you'll be greeted. I was like, wait a minute. There's nothing here to keep anybody out. I mean, in the season finale alone, they hopped the fence and got in.
Yes, no, the thing is the reason why I assumed that they hopped the fence is only because there's that much. I assumed it was a kind of, we're better than you because we're in the wild. You've just been stuck here forever.
Oh, no, absolutely. I'm saying
you lower
that,
your defenses.
No, I'm saying that there was nothing by the fence to keep them out from hopping over.
Right. Yes, I do want to see a lot more about Terminus, because that's the cool thing, I think. I used to be a person who think, they're not working with the comic books, this is really stupid. But if it's done well, and makes me actually want to think. Like Terminus, done very well. An entire season on Herschel's farm, not so much.
Yeah, that was really drawn out.
Yeah, an entire season, technically and a half or whatever you want to call it, of the prison that didn't really involve too much scouring, and it kind of, because I'll say this much, the prison in the comics had so many good aspects to it that that they didn't use, that really did upset me, or they changed it in ways that made it less impactful, in my opinion.
Absolutely.
Yes, and however now, I don't know if they've upgraded, if they've gotten better writers, if they've maybe taken, they've got
the main change is that there's a new showrunner.
There we go. That's what that is right there.
Prior to being the showrunner, he wrote a few episodes. I don't remember which ones they were exactly by name, but they were some of my absolute favorite episodes. I believe one of them was when Sophia came out of the barn.
There we go. See, that's what that is right there. He's able to change things, but do it in a way that makes you go, all right, it evokes feeling from you that isn't, wow, this is bad.
Exactly.
And that is something that we need, I think, from this show, because I was fine with them on the road. Terminus seems great. Just hopefully, I think they even know how long can this show last. They're already pitching a spin-off, and the show is still on the air.
My question is, how is the show going to end? Like, how do you write a finale for this?
What I would probably do is I would probably kill a lot of people but leave certain people standing, and then try to somehow connect the stories maybe with an older Carl or an older such and such, because that's what's going to have to happen in general when they end the show, even without a spinoff, because you just think, all right, how are we going to, what are we going to do here? Because Carl's getting older. You can't just Carl, you're going to be a man soon. Just like, okay, Dad, I'm going to be a man soon. My 17th birthday is next week. You can't.
It's getting to the point where there's just nowhere to hide it.
No, comics are great for that, not TV. So if you haven't noticed, people get older. I'm looking at you, Daniel Radcliffe. So I'm looking at you, man. So so I definitely think that if it's going to end, a decent amount of people are going to die.
Oh, absolutely.
A decent amount, if not everyone, minus the one person.
Well, if you had your way, who would you leave alive?
Honestly, people are going to yell at me, and I'm going to get sniped right through there by the guy from Terminus, right through my window that I'm looking through. I would keep Carl as a next generation kind of thing, because he is the youngest.
Oh no, I can see that.
You would. Technically, Sophia. Not Sophia. What am I saying
Judith?
here? Technically Judith, yes. I would keep as well, hopefully, keep them on the road or something, because we need two young kids. So, honestly, Beth, Judith, and Carl.
Well, the fate of Beth is still up in the air.
Right.
Or possibly drizzling with A1 steak sauce, but we don't know.
Yeah, exactly, right? Just how's Beth? Another person, I don't know, but she was pretty good with A1. We ate your friend.
It was a long wait for you guys, so we started without you.
Everyone's the entire first half of the team that got there is crying. The second half is crying as well. They're just like, it was so bad, wasn't it? Their first half. No. The problem is she tasted so good. But seriously though, why am I saying seriously when I'm setting up a joke? What I really thought was funny in the season finale, when Carl heard something and ran off, I got so nervous. I was like, no. Carl's going to get shot by a deer.
Yeah.
I was like, I texted you.
Oh, yeah. The thing was, like, I wasn't by my phone, so I got back upstairs. I'm like, wait, what? Oh, right. He ran off again.
Yes. He runs off again. I'm just like, this time they're not even going to try to do it. Just gets shot by a deer. Just like, got him, Pa.
Just standing there in the distance on two legs.
Yeah. Maybe that's just been me watching Hannibal, though. Maybe that's why that's seeping in.
Oh, God.
Let's not get into that conversation right now.
Not at all.
But no. But The Walking Dead, I have to say, it's a lot more promising than I thought, and it's a really nice thing to hear that from a guy who reads comic books, isn't it, people?
Absolutely.
The show is promising. Things are coming out of it. People should watch. If you haven't started watching yet, please do.
You really need to catch up. You really do.
It's on Netflix. The first 3 seasons are on Netflix, I would assume, yes? Because
fourth
just finished, so I would assume the first 3 are on Netflix. Definitely catch up with that thing. And if you haven't read the comics, please do. I mean, there are plenty of issues, but I mean, it's going on for 10 years, actually.
I think they're up to 125 now, I think.
Yeah, that's actually pretty crazy in itself. 10 years.
Oh, yeah.
And I have to say, it's just very enjoyable. There's never really a dull moment. It's funny because people always say, "Oh, there's always a dull moment." They're the Talking Dead. They're not the Walking Dead. But that's the point of the show.
Exactly.
That I think people forget, that it's about them surviving in a zombie apocalypse without so much as because the zombies at this point, and people have actually complained to me about this. It's funny. They're saying, "Oh, it's so easy to kill zombies now," and it's like, well, that's the point. They've become part of their lives.
And they're just naturally decaying. It's just going to get to the point where they all start to break down. I mean, I don't know. Do you watch The Talking Dead or no?
Sometimes I'll watch it. I watched the first half hour of the season finale because Rick's actor was on. Very, very cool guy. I like him.
Oh, yeah.
Why do you bring that up?
No, but because there's this thing he has called Inside the Dead, and it's always like screenshots with little facts. And one thing was that one of the shows, I believe, is a producer, and he does the makeup, Greg Nicotero, put that the reason the zombies are so attracted to smell is because they're constantly decaying, and at this point they can barely see anything anymore. So they're relying on sound and scent now.
Yes, well, I mean, we got that much from the first season. When they noticed that when they, I mean, if they could see, it would just be interesting as if, it's like, is that a human? It's like, no, he smells different. Oh, well, then he can't be. But he doesn't look decayed.
I always knew it was the smell and the scent. I never caught that it was the sight. I always just assumed they saw them moving. I never really clicked with that.
Oh, right. Fair enough. Yes, it's definitely an interesting thing, and I really enjoy... I really enjoy zombie stuff, at least in that way, where it's just like little tiny explanations. However, we can't go full science in this because if we did, everyone would be a zombie already. I hate to say
that. No, that's true.
They mentioned the cuts, which are funny because they're like, oh yeah, I can't get a cut and I can't kill a zombie. It's like, well, Rick, why? Rick, please keep your mouth closed.
Rick,
close your eyes, Rick. Oh God, no, it's in his eye. All right. Everyone, zombie.
Carl, I'm sorry it's going to happen.
I think the best thing is Michonne, because Michonne, someone said this to me and I agree, Michonne only belongs in comic book world because of her style of weapon, and I agree, but it's just so funny, where it's just, she goes around slicing and hacking, and it's just like, I will not get infected. Cuts off an entire head, blood gushing out. I will not be infected.
Exactly. It never once hits her anywhere that can infect her. Never once.
No, it's like, please, I wish there sort of was a zombie apocalypse, which the one guy or the one girl was just like, I have a sword. And everyone else is running like, good luck to you. They're running completely safe. She's just trying to use a sword, and she's like, it is a lot harder to cut through human bone than I thought. I did not realize human bone was a thing. As he or she is just getting devoured by like 30 of them.
Pretty much.
Yeah. And on that note, we must say our closing thoughts.
Wow, that
on The Walking Dead. I know. Yeah, it's true. Look, 5 minutes too. It's insane, isn't it? It's insanity.
Wow.
This is what happens. Because here's the thing, people. Anthony and I will talk for about 2 hours on something, and then blink and be like, "Oh, that's right." Half an hour is just child's play to us.
It really is. We can go 4 hours. We can go 5. We can go a day.
And you people will still listen. You people will go Twitch on us. They'll be like, "Oh, are they still playing Pokemon? Oh, are they still talking about Walking Dead?" They are. Oh, poor guys. we're sleeping, and then the zombies. But anyway, before we have to go, any closing thoughts? Anything you want to say? I've already said my piece.
No, I mean, this was probably my favorite season of The Walking Dead, without a doubt. I love season 1 because it was obviously the most comic. Followed the comics the most.
We actually have a caller. Oh, yes,
wow.
we do. I would like to. I'm so sorry, caller. We've had you on hold for 1 minute 30 seconds now. I will let you speak the final bit that we have because you are here. Wait.
What do you? Okay.
Hello, sir.
Hi.
What do you think the role Daryl is in Terminus? What do you think he's going to be doing over there?
With Daryl, honestly, I find it very interesting because I think once they're all out, I feel like he's going to be the sniper on the roof.
Pretty much.
That's true because he is the fan favorite.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, he's something that people enjoy so much. Yet he wasn't even in the comic books, which is very interesting in itself. Is that he's so loved.
And the man from Terminus already gave him the nickname of the Archer, so they already know he's good with precision. So
that's actually a throwback to season 1, when episode 1 of season 4, when Rick tells Carl not to name the pigs because he'll get too attached. That's why he calls him Ringleader, Archer, Samurai, Kid.
Yeah. Oh yeah, true.
Our caller is putting us to shame.
But well, I'm happy we have a caller. I'm going to have to let you go because we're going to have to wrap this up soon, but thank you so much for calling.
Good night.
Thanks for calling.
Good night. Why, look at that. We have a caller.
That was awesome.
Isn't that nice? Thank you, caller. Please, I would like to say this to everyone. Definitely call in the future. I mean, it would be lovely to hear your voice, especially when we extend our time to a full hour, which will be coming next week. And, it's just great to hear from you guys.
Exactly. We want to hear what you have to say.
Oh yeah, I mean because it's just it's just nice. I mean what else would we be able to say, right? But anyway, so before we have to go, any closing arguments, statements you have to say?
No,
Anthony?
Season 4 was great. I loved it. And that's pretty much it.
There we go. Now we are I mean why not, right?